Hello, we're closing out the new year. One thing that I always do every year, I always reflect. I always look at how my year started, what I want to see in the year, what I want to see personally. Is there anything that I'm taking into the next year that I don't want to take? Is there anything I need to let go of? Is there anything I need to change? I always do that every year. I've always done it. Before the cliches got popular or before I even knew, the church cliches, I've always been that person. I always reflect. Maybe it's a part of the job that I do because as an accountant, we close out every month. We close out every month. I'm used to month end, year end. You want to reconcile everything. You want to make sure that whatever your expenses match your income in the previous year. So I'm always closing out things. I'm always getting completion. And one of the things I found is that while accounting will always be a support function for most companies, for all companies, it's a support function. So when it comes to sales, accountants are not usually given a bonus because people do not always see their value. Because it's a support function, it's an essentially support function, but because it doesn't stand out, because like I said, people don't, it's not always in the front, it's not always the person going out there making the sale, so it's often overlooked. I also realized that in my own life, that has been the thing for me because I do a job that is a support function. I've been a support person for a lot of people. And when you support people and you're not always competing or trying to be out front with them or trying to be manipulative or controlling, sometimes you'll get overlooked. The things that we tend to overlook are the things that we need the most. I cannot express to you how many times I'm always trying to tell everybody just how critical it is to close out, how critical it is to know your numbers, how crucial it is to understand your business, how vital it is to make sure that you know exactly the numbers, you know exactly what you need to pay, that you're not guesstimating, you're not estimating, but that you are on point with what you need to do. I cannot tell you how many times I'm having to explain that to people. I prove it to them, but it happens over and over and over because people tend to think, oh, I can just kind of swing it. We tend to get hopeful at times, and that hope and that excitement will make us spin and do things we're not ready to do. And all of those things lead us down a path without actual numbers, facts, and figures. As an accountant, as a bookkeeper, as a business coach, we can be hopeful, but it will always be based on the numbers because 9 times out of 10, there are things that we can actually do that still show hope, that still show progress without bankrupting and losing and tearing down everything that we're building. There are a lot of options. And so I'm always trying to make sure I give people the options and I explain it to them because I want to see them win. I want to see them be better. I want to see them be great, but I want them to be based on real numbers and facts and figures. Because when everything is pulled out from under you, all you really have is the actual truth, the numbers, and numbers don't lie. So I'm going to say to you, like I say every year, don't go into 2025 thinking, oh my gosh, I can really keep up with these receipts because bookkeeping, reconciling, making sure this support function job that you guys think is not that much, that's not on the front lines, it is behind the scenes and it is really what makes a company make or break. Having those numbers, having all of that information is the deciding factor in so many things. And you want to make sure that you're clear on what you need, that you're clear on where you're going, so that you're not out here just doing things and just doing whatever comes natural. Because usually what comes natural is not what you need in business. I tell people all the time, when you have small things to manage, you can manage it any kind of way. But if you really want to see something last, if you really want to see something grow, if you really want to see somebody or something move to the next level, you've got to take more thought and more strategy into how you manage it. You just can't do it any kind of way. So, your challenge in 2025, don't think that you're going to add more time because you don't have it. And if you're not an accounting person, if you're not the support function, stop trying to do or saying you're going to do something that you're not. You're the star of the team. You're the business owner. You're in charge. You don't have time to stop. You don't have time to play. You don't have time to do all of those things that are required when it comes to managing the back office part of it, which is like the bookkeeping. You don't have time to do that. Wisdom tells you to hire someone to do those things that you really cannot do. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee, because I want to see you win. Bye-bye.